Mississippi Moon by Boyd Campbell.
Well, I built me a raft and she's ready for floating. Oh, Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle we're thumping. Black water keep rolling on past just the same. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me?
Keep on shining your light. It's gonna make everything, pretty mama, gonna make everything alright.
And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at
all. A young mother, very active in Mississippi politics, asks if I'll have coffee. At a little place called Cups, she takes a call from her 13-year-old.
I don't know. Did you ask your grandmother? There's a very good chance it's exactly where you left it. I have to go. I'm having coffee with a man. No, he's 30 years older than I am. It's work. I have to go. It better be done by the time I get home. Okay, I love you.
Tell her I love her too, I say.
Let me write that down,
she says, mock writing.
Mr. Boyd says if you don't straighten up, he will kick your little
I never said that, I say.
Trust me, this child needs motivation.
She looks powerful. Those are strong shoulders. I'm not messing with her. I laugh.
Tell me what it was like.
She purrs. What was what like?
You know, them.
Her eyes take on a wild, mythical concept. She wants to meet because there are two initiatives before the Mississippi State Legislature. One takes money out of public schools and gives it to private schools. The other is yet another attempt to raise the pay of Mississippi public school teachers to the regional average. Reading my Substack, she knows I used to be involved in Mississippi education legislation. She knows I have strong feelings about both initiatives. She's remarkably young, but remarkably powerful. She has hazel eyes and wears almost no makeup. Coming out of retirement, she's precisely the kind of person I was looking for to help me reignite the flame. The them she's asking about is the fabled Boys of Spring, a legend in Mississippi, one that happens to be true. You have to remember, I was just barely 18. Daddy got me advance copies of the legislation as proposed and as presented to and passed out of each committee. There were some parts of it that would mean sales for us, but not many. But we had to appear almost neutral, even though we obviously weren't. Daddy tried 3 times to get the governor elected. Finally, it took. The boys themselves, well, they were mostly just boys, younger than you are now, much younger than I am now. One was my brother's football coach. A Millsaps K.A., a ginger kid, he married Clay Lee's Raven child. Daddy thought he'd be governor one day. Instead, he spent his life developing education in Mississippi, in a little town south of Memphis, where they have some kind of finishing school for blondes and a really cool bookstore. Another became Secretary of State and made a run at governor. Born in what looked like a quiet little town, it became one of the most notorious places in the notorious history of Mississippi. He was just 15 when the FBI hired a backhoe in Jackson to uncover the remains of 2 white boys and a black boy who came to Mississippi to register people to vote.
Goodman, Schwerner, and Cheney,
she says, recanting the myths of her childhood.
How old were you?
I know you think I was in my 30s, but no, I was just about to turn 2, I said, taking a sip of Mississippi freshly ground coffee. A third. Well, a third married the savage daughter of one of Dad's friends. He worked with the FBI to uncover vast corruption in county politics. Once upon a time, a woman performed an ancient Roman ritual on me, in hopes I'd tell her if her brother and father were a target of Operation Pretense.
Was he?
My coffee friend asked. I had no idea. They didn't tell me those things. I told her that up front. I guess she thought I was lying. When it was over, I reminded her that I said I didn't know and I meant it.
Those were such different times.
She says. In some ways, I'd like to say it's better times now, and in ways it is. The past always seems nicer. I don't know that it was. He ran for governor. I never saw anybody put together a campaign like that. He had both banks, the entire Millsaps board, most of the Ole Miss board, and most of the state board, plus several religious leaders, all counting votes for him. When he won, he hugged my neck, red-faced and sweating at his victory party. Usually, the governor of Mississippi is the end of a fella's career. Sometimes they become judges. Most often they just go back to being lawyers. Ross Barnett thought he would be the most important lawyer in Mississippi. By the time I was old enough to know what was what, he was a drunk with a ukulele and a bunch of jokes about black folks. I worry about Tate.
The governor?
She asks. Yeah, I knew him as a student at Millsaps. He was popular, but many times less popular than his wife. Many, many times less popular. He thinks MAGA is going to open up new worlds for him when he can't be governor anymore. I haven't noticed them doing anybody any favors. Young guys from Mississippi get used to broken dreams, I guess. Mabus bucked the trend. He became a U.S. ambassador to one of America's most strategic but complicated allies. Then he became Secretary of the Navy. Then he moved off, and we don't get to see him much in Mississippi anymore.
What makes you so interested in politics again after almost 40 years on the sidelines?
My friend John Corlew asked when I was going back to work again. Though we had never been close friends before, John knew who I was and where I came from. When we became close friends, he became aware of the passion I still have for Mississippi. Then he died. The state of Mississippi loses over half of its educated children. That makes you something of an anomaly. It probably seems counterproductive for me to work on making Mississippi more educated, since that just means more people who won't find the opportunities they deserve here. But sometimes the only way to get out of a hole is to drop gears and go faster. The little bird says there are opportunities in Mississippi for people like her, but they have to dig deeper to find them. I reckon she's right. The little bird is one of the smartest children I know. It's burned into her genes.
I'd like to meet her.
My Celtic-eyed coffee companion says. Pretty much all of the people who read my work know who the little bird is. Sometimes they ask if she's imaginary like Feist Dog. She's very real. You have to be real to be that magical. I'd like for you to meet her too. The future of Mississippi rides on the backs of disobedient women, I answer.
Am I disobedient?
She asks. Oh, I hope so. I'm counting on it. I don't really know how I'm going to do the things I want to in Mississippi. I know that people who aren't from Mississippi paying to influence Mississippi legislation isn't a good thing. I don't care what they're voting for. I want no part of it. I tell the little bird that I was made to love her before she was born. I feel the same way about Mississippi. It's part of my bones. One time a friend from California said,
How can you love Mississippi so much?
I knew the answer by heart. Have you ever known anybody who had an ugly baby? I mean really ugly. Ears that stuck out. Some hair here, none there. Red splotches everywhere. It smells of poo. It farts when you pick it up. It drools. They still love it, though, not because it's their baby, but because it's a baby, and all babies, no matter how ugly, have infinite capacity. Last night, I had a text conversation with the Everything Kid. I'm trying to arrange for her and her child to have beers with the little bird and me. She isn't my child, but I am sworn to her just the same. I jokingly refer to Eudora Welty as that little old lady at church. That's what it's like living here. You know Eudora Welty from church before you know she's famous. She writes, you know. My grandmother says like she plays West at bridge, which Eudora Welty actually did. My childhood was like that, meeting the giants of Mississippi like they were neighbors. Sometimes they actually were. My whole life I dreamed of meeting Fay Wray, the silent film star and beauty to King Kong's beast. What made me stand out to her from the millions of other little boys who wanted to meet her was that I grew up in the same town as Eudora Welty and sent her a signed copy of The Optimist's Daughter. When I was in high school, Charles Evers had a radio station and a studio near Jackson State. We'd go visit him. He always talked about putting us on his show, but never did. Joby Martin said that if he ever got his show back, he wanted us to be on it. He never did. He fried an entire chicken, and the big cat, Ernie Ladd, ate it. When Daddy died, janitors, teachers, and governors stood in line next to each other to pay respects to my mother and my sister. As big as I was, you'd be surprised how invisible I can be in a crowd like that. Tomorrow we have to do the same for his friend, T.W. Lewis. How can giants die? Seems like that shouldn't happen. The everything kid has two everything children. One wants to create art, one wants to be the boss. Mississippi will probably lose the one who creates. I don't know how to stop it. She's so goddamn talented. She doesn't know I keep up with the work she does in school. I can't even swear she remembers me. The other child is about to plant her flag at Millsaps. She wants to be the boss. I reckon there's a good chance she'll be the boss of Mississippi. One child leaves, one child stays, 50%. That's why I listened when John Corlew said I had to come out of retirement. 50% is a failing grade as far as I know.
Well, I built me a raft and she's ready for floating. On Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle with thumping. Black water keep rolling on past just the same. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me?
And keep on shining your light. Gonna make everything, pretty mama, gonna make everything alright.
And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all.
Song credits: Josh Turner and El Cordova. The Life of Boyd is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber.